I'm Nathan, and this is Sara Long, and we've been attending Bethel for the last 7 years. Sara and I decided to commit to Beyond Us 2 years ago. We saw this as more than just a building remodel project, but as a first step toward accomplishing big dreams that we had for this church. Since making this commitment, we've seen tremendous growth in our family, in this church, and in the impact we're having on this region. Investing in the church is a practical way that we can live out our commitment to God. It reminds us that He is in control of our lives and that only true happiness and security comes from knowing Him.
We read a book that talked about 4 types of people that come to church. One is the drop-ins that come late and leave early. 2 are absorbers who mostly just come and drink the coffee. 3 are contributors who drink the coffee but also serve. But then there's the 4th type that not only serve and drink the coffee, but they also invest in the church. And we've been all 4 of those type of people in the past, but we are really learning that what only is done for Christ will last, and we want to be investors. We also drink the coffee, and sometimes we come late, but we really want to be investors in what God is doing here in the church, and we think it's important enough that we want to give of our resources to that.
In the book of Matthew, it says that where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. When we looked at where our time and our money were being spent, it was very eye-opening about what our true priorities were in life. We decided the only true investment worth making is into God's kingdom, and we're going to do that by giving financially to this church.
We believe in the vision of regional growth, and we're excited about what God is doing in people's lives in Edgemont. And we're believing Him for more campuses across western South Dakota. There's a big wide open space. We believe our church is ready to speak into people's lives all throughout this part of the state. One of the reasons we are excited about regional growth is the church that we went to before we moved here 7 years ago expanded into all sorts of places around Nashville and in Tennessee, and it was super exciting to be a part of something that was beyond the pastor or the staff or even just individuals at the church. It was like a move of God throughout that region. And when we moved here, that's something that we really felt like we could see happening with this church, and not with just the pastor or the staff. It's to watch God make that kind of move. That's something we wanted to be on board with. That's why we're excited about expanding beyond our walls here in Rapid City, and that's why we were so excited about Edgemont.
Before we even moved here, we attended a church a few times in this region that was a small church that had a lot of great people, but they just needed help. And so the heart behind this is to reach out to these churches and help us to all be on the same team and maximize the effect that we have for God. Giving control of your time, your talent, and your treasure back to God is a way to truly invest in something that is beyond us.